Hey
Hi.
everybody, I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb.
And we're the Streeters.
Welcome to the ARTyRV live stream and welcome everyone.
Hey, it's Monday night, 7 o'clock.
Monday night. We've been looking forward to it.
Sure we have.
So thank you all for coming out and
tuning in. And thank y'all for those of you that joined in on Saturday. Was awesome. Thanks for tuning in.
Is the broadcast better? They told us it was going to be better. So I didn't have time to run another check. I had to leave and come back. And then it was time to go on air. But it should be better.
So let us know how the feed's coming out tonight, because, we're trying to figure it out. And now the phone company, the internet, our cable company, they're blaming it on the poles down the street. Nothing's complete coming in, but they did fix something here today. So let us know how it's going. We hope that it's going to be well. And, we don't do this on purpose, I promise.
Right. Yeah. So this morning we had 225.4 download and we have 4.22 upload, which is no.
We had nothing, zero.
We had, that's totally unstable. And so this afternoon when I checked it, we had 716 download and 36.5 upload. So
it's moving a little bit faster, and whatever he did outside that was in that box of theirs kind of helped. I hope. So, let us know. Ray, I want to say hi to you.
Thanks for your help, Ray.
Thanks for your help. I appreciate it. And, we had a really good serviceman today. And it was awesome, and I'm hoping that he got it working for us too.
Yeah, so. The cable guy. He was a nice guy. I'm not going to tell their name until everything's cool with it, and then I'll tell you how great they are and everything like that.
Right. That's exactly right.
I don't want to jump the gun. We'll see.
So hey, we're going to get right off to some questions here, Barb.
Okay.
I have we were talking on the way back from our delivery this afternoon, and you told me a question. A new gentleman that has been doing stained glass and then kind of left it off by the wayside and has started back up again, but sent you a picture of a lamp.
Right. Yeah.
And that lamp has a green and amber glass in it. And I have limited colors in my sample boxes because of what's available. But looking at that, Ned Log, is you really should take a piece of it and send it to either walk it down to your stained glass retail store or send a piece of it to one of the suppliers. And but what I came up with, what I came up with was a Kokomo glass, and typically those are the glasses that are in those lamps. Some Wismax in them too, because they both make absolutely beautiful opalescent glass, or glass that has colors running through it. So what I came up with and you can try these two colors if they have it at your local retailer, but I'm thinking it's either a stained glass, your Kokomo number 13, which is a green and amber. And it depends on, there's another number, but I don't have it, but it has less green and more amber. You may have one or the other. What you have in that lamp is a very popular glass that was used in the backgrounds of churches. And the other one is Kokomo 99. This is a beautiful green and amber, but it may not be the right green. It may be a grass green as opposed to like a yellowy green. And I'm sorry, I just have small samples of this, but I didn't have any in stock or, in inventory in the crate. So just wanted to show you, give you a heads up. It could be a 99 or it could be a 13. The other best shout though, is if you got a broken piece of it, send enough of it away so that they can tell you exactly what it is and get what you need. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. I hope that helped you. We appreciate it.
Yeah. So I would take that panel that's broken, just take it out. You're going to have to take it out anyway.
Yeah. It's no good.
Cut a small piece of it, like a sample size, and send a piece that represents
what you're looking for.
Because a lot of times those pieces have, more green and more yellow. So kind of send them the sample to Sunshine Glass. And
send it to info@Sunshine Glass
Works.
sunshineglassworks.com. You can look it up. You can look it up on their website, and they'll tell you how to send it. I can tell you how to send it, but I'm not going to get my phone out because we're doing a live stream. We're doing a live stream.
You can Google Sunshine Glassworks and their address is on there, but call them first and tell them you're sending a sample.
Sure.
They may tell you, oh, we don't even have that in stock. So it might be hard to find, but you'll eventually find it.
So it's Sunshine Glassworks in Buffalo, New York. Okay. So when you look them up, that's where they are. They're actually on Industrial Parkway. Ray, you know what? You had a front row seat Saturday morning and you weren't throwing popcorn. Thank you so much. We appreciate you tuning in. And, I know you had a really good question, and it is a good question.
Thank you.
Right. And they make a tool that does what you're talking about doing. So Ray's question is, you take a rectangle or a square piece of glass, and he wants to take a circle out of the middle. Okay. Yes, it can be done. It has to be done. You have to cut your circle first. You have to break it from the back side as usual, flip it over, push down on the front side, listen for that pop. Now, what this requires you to do now is take some compressed air, okay? Compressed air. First, you have to score that circle inside like 4 or 6 times probably, and then you're going to want to just tap those cracks, tap that score, and break them out to the circle edge, and then get some compressed air and spray it, turn it over and tap it, and the center should fall out because that air is so cold that it's actually shrunk the glass, and it's going to allow that center to fall out. Now they do it in the movies with a vacuum cup and a circle cutter, but they do it on candy glass.
Okay. I think that's a good challenge.
Well, it is. And, in the industry, Barb, over the years, they do make a little ring, and it has a rubber band and a steel shot to it. And it's called a slingshot. And you lay that ring on top of your circle, and you pick it up, and you slingshot it. And I've seen it done before. I have done it before. I looked in my mirror catalog because typically that's where it is, and I couldn't find one. So it may even be obsolete, but it's called a slingshot. And the compressed air, believe it or not, really helps a lot because it does cool the glass enough to get it out of those little divots and allow it to pop right out for you.
Okay, I want to say hi to everyone.
I've been talking too much again.
I know you. That's okay. That's what you're here for. You're here to talk. I'm here to read questions and say hello. So we've said hello to Ray and John. Aunt Jane is here. CM is here. Marion is here. Mimi's here. Karen's here. Hi, Karen. And I said Marion.
Well, I sure hope everybody had a wonderful day.
Yeah. Thank you all. Did I miss anyone?
Thanks for tuning in.
And I think CM is here. All right. Okay.
Well, we delivered today. We went ahead and delivered the additional work that we're doing for the oak tree project. Went ahead and delivered that part of that project today, along with 152 photographs of the entire process. Thanks to Barb. Let me tell you something, y'all. She's got it going on.
Oh, he works me to death. No, I'm just kidding.
She's got it going on.
We sent them 153 photos, and so I don't know what they're going to do with it.
We put today, because I finished window number 12. Today, Barbara and I reinstalled the pattern on the wall in the stained glass studio in all its blood and gory guts. It is, even though it's been used and abused throughout this process, it is a beautiful pattern, and it makes me smile still.
Yeah, so we left it up, and that'll be in.
I'm going to leave it up. I like it.
I don't know. This week video isn't about that project.
No.
But next week we'll probably. John wants to know if you can run a camera.
If I can run a camera?
You.
I don't know.
That should answer your question.
I probably can, but if you want to see Barb do some stained glass, see that cost you.
You can put the camera on auto and just record.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
He can stand behind the camera, yes.
Yeah, actually I can.
And tell us if it looks good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my job, and he does all the stained glass.
Well, you'll find if you work with your spouse within the same industry or job, that you split the jobs up and you each have your own section of the corporation that you take care of. But most of the time in unison, it gets done as a team. So
yeah, so
that's how we work it. Whether y'all work with your spouses or not, or you don't get along, whatever. That's how we do it. And we make it happen, and it's awesome. So
it's not like he just gets to work in the studio all day.
No,
he has to place orders, talk to customers, and there's a lot of other things that go on.
We are a couple
we just show
of many
you the
hats.
fun stuff.
Yeah, we are a couple of very many hats, y'all. This is Monday night is actually a treat for us because you know why? We're sitting down, we're relaxing, and we're talking to our newfound friends. So we appreciate y'all tuning in tonight.
Karen wants to know what Denver would do then. Denver will be your tech guy. Maybe he's your tech guy.
He's your tech guy.
Maintenance guy and your mechanic.
And you got to have one because I actually do have a tech hat and a mechanic hat.
Melanie's here.
So I work on all the glass blowing equipment and everything else. That's not a job for Barb, even if she knew how to do it.
I do figure things out every once in a while.
She does. Well, she helps me with the computer end of the equipment sometimes when I need it. And because I'm not I'm not a techie kind of person. I'm a hands-on guy. And so anyway, I know how to run my equipment. I know how to work it because it costs me an awful lot of money. I know how to work on it. Yeah,
he's the type of guy that looks at the directions after he starts putting something together.
Yeah, but it usually goes together correctly.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just the type of person that you are.
Yeah. So type it out. Yeah, that's good.
I don't know.
But you know what? It does work, and we are very the word isn't blessed because we're already that, but we're just really great to be working together. And it took us a long time to find each other. Once we found each other, we were good to go.
Yeah. Took us a while.
Like
all good things.
Yeah, because our paths actually crossed 5 or 6 times.
The timing wasn't right.
It just wasn't right. And we may have even met each other. That's the crazy part, and didn't even realize it. So anyway. Craziness. Enough about that stuff tonight.
Ask us some questions, guys, or tell us what you're working on, what kind of projects you have coming up, or what you have planned for Christmas. It doesn't matter. Just share what you want.
Yeah. Are you making Christmas ornaments to give away this year or to send out to loved ones? Or are you anybody doing a festival before the holidays, like a holiday festival before Christmas? We, on the other hand, are having our pop-up gallery and our Christmas ornament pop-up gallery in the parking lot here at Conway Glass on Saturday, December the 4th at 10 a.m. Is that right, Barb? Did I get the right date?
Yes.
Great. Okay.
10 to 4. We changed the date from the 20th to December the 4th because we are trying to get the online store stocked. And if anybody's tried to order, we just updated the store.
Updated the inventory.
We're still updating the inventory. I'll get that done tonight. And because one of the ornaments already sold out, but I had more. I put them in inventory. We're good to go.
Yeah. So thanks, guys. We appreciate that.
Okay. Karen said she just delivered a honeybee comb to her massage therapist. Well, awesome. That's awesome.
Cool.
And Denver wants to know what type of solder should he order. He's on his iPad right now and wants to know the site for the solder.
It should be on our website, Denver. Hang on. In our shop page. Hang on, let me go
to the website and see.
Yeah, I hate to go on the phone while we're on the air, but let's look it up real quick here.
I can't do it if I put my other computer in here.
Karen, she's got a Denver, and just an awesome person who has. And I think honestly he's a tinkerer and he really enjoys doing it, and I can't wait to work on some projects with him and her.
Okay, working on a 30 by 76 pattern drawing now. Oh, awesome!
Wow,
that should be fun.
Who's that?
That is Kat's Aunt Jane.
Okay. So, Kat, you are the lady that just finished the aquarium project, didn't you?
No.
No. Okay.
That is. No, that is our other.
Carolyn. No.
No.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, that's not the same. Mel wants to know, how did we get started with large patterns? The best way is to get a large frame and build it to size instead of trying to get a frame, a window maybe.
Yeah. Well, so how did you get started with large patterns? Mel, do you mean get started like as into put it on the table and look at it and begin the drawing process? The first thing I do is lay my pattern paper out on the table, and I make my initial block, 34 by 54, 32 by 28, whatever. Always make your width or your left to right your first measurement and never deviate from those measurements. So what you want to do, now that you've got your block drawn, most windows are going to incorporate some sort of a border, okay? Whether, Mel, for you, it would probably be a really decorative fused border. And if this is that project that you're working on out in Sausalito, yes, then I think that that project deserves a really nice fused glass or even painted decoratively border. I haven't seen, I'm trying to remember the size that we talked about probably a month and a half ago. But first thing you should do is go ahead and build your wooden frame, then the size that you're finished is finished. And then measure for your glass that's going to go inside that frame. Draw your rectangle and start from there. And definitely, I would definitely put a border in it. This is the clawfoot soaking tub outside. Yeah, it's screaming, Mel, for one of your painted borders, and or a fused border.
I can't remember what it was.
Well, it's the backdrop of a large patio with a bright.
Yeah, I know that. I mean,
the
theme of the window, the topic of the window. I don't know what it was.
I think
was
I have
it landscape?
I think I have it written down. But we're doing it in. Remember, we should be doing the redwood frame so that you don't have to worry about what little bit of rain you do get in California.
Ray said the update, audio, video, A-OK. Yay! Give us a thumbs up.
Thanks, Ray.
Yeah, Mel said she is testing out some red trees. I think Franz Mark from the Blue Riders.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on track.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, sometimes it takes time for it to all come.
You just have to look at it, and you know, if you're gonna have a lot of vertical trees in it, if you can, Mel, if you can, put your window. Well, first break it into 4 sections, half and half, and then if you have room to draw it on a wall, pin it to a wall and draw it while you're looking at it that way. Especially, Mel, if you're going to have some vertical trees in there, your vertical stuff needs to go in first. And then you can take your other lines through it and you'll come back and erase what you don't want in, what you want in or out, whichever you choose. But because you are having vertical lines, Mel, in those trees or those trunks or that, you really should, if you can, put it on a wall and draw it so you can see it. You need to back up and be able to see what your client is getting ready to see, except without colors.
And you need that. You need that.
And eventually you'll see it finished and it'll come right to you.
You need to see that visual up. And she's probably doing that.
Yeah, I'm sure you're doing that, Mel. You don't need us to tell you how to do that. Come on, girl.
Okay. Someone asked about Wavy Foil. I saw it on here.
Scallop foil?
Yes.
Yeah, scallop foil. That's really beautiful on jewelry boxes. And it makes it very easy to do some decorative soldering. I have seen lamps put together, flat panel lamps, 6 panels, just flat panel lamps, simple lamps. I have seen them put together with scallop foil too. It makes a nice addition. Definitely makes a nice addition around the bottom and around the crown. So yeah, if you got some, use it because it's very pretty when it's done. It just, keep in mind though, you're going to use a little bit more solder. And Denver, you should go to, I think, check out our website. I'm pretty sure.
I can't go to it. Let me see.
Just trying to find and see if we can find that for you. Where is, let me see here.
ARTyRV right there.
There we go. Okay. It's taking a minute to load.
Here, let me do that and you talk to them.
Okay, so anyway, Mel, I'm so happy that you're getting started on that project. I can't wait to see it as you progress through it. I'm looking forward to that. So tonight I'm kind of in like a holly kind of mood. And so I've been doodling holly this afternoon in between finishing up window number 12. We did get the bird installed. We were able to make a bunch of Christmas ornaments on Saturday afternoon after we had our live morning show at 11 o'clock. And thank you all for tuning in for that because I hope that maybe, again, it's just a little something if we taught something that day or if you learned something about us. Or
I don't see it on there.
Okay. So anyway, Denver, if you need some solder, actually just go to...
He's trying to order it online. So Sunshine Glass works.
Yeah, Sunshine Glass works. Or like I said, you can go over to Greer and call Alan a day ahead of time and just go pick it up and not pay freight. So...
All right.
Because you got to really to make your solder worthwhile, Denver, you probably need to order 10 pounds of it. That way you make the shipping worthwhile. And just order it from Sunshine Glass. And you should be able to get on their website pretty quick and just sign in, not open an account, but technically open an account. But
maybe he wants to know how the glue chip process is coming along. You know what? We're going to we're redoing those pieces and we'll.
Yeah, because when we chipped them,
it was too damp.
The humidity was just astronomical that day.
So
and it didn't chip the way I like it.
So we're going to do it again.
Yeah, so we're going to do it again now. It's a little bit cooler. And you know what, y'all, we're getting a little bit caught up. We're not really caught up, but we're getting more caught up than we were 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So,
Goodness.
Woo!
Thanks for asking about that.
Yeah.
I mean, the process is right, but we're going to redo the whole thing anyway.
Yeah, the humidity is just like, you can't.
So that you can see the process. I think we had 2 different videos, 2 different things. We're going to combine everything and put.
And it started chipping, y'all. It started chipping so beautiful in these almost like palm fronds, and you can't get that in machine-made glue chip.
Okay, so what is the brand of solder that you suggest?
Oh, whose do I use? Hang on. Do I have it right here?
Amerway?
Yeah, Amerway. Amerway. Amerway and 50-50 or 60-40. Again, 60-40 just melts at a little bit higher temperature. And if you're going to be using lead, you're better off to use 50-50 because then you can't melt the lead. Well, you can, but you won't.
What's that?
Melting the lead using 50-50. It's a little harder to do. So.
I don't know if you're doing lead or you're doing copper foil.
I don't know. Is Karen?
You're doing copper foil 60-40, Karen.
It's just easier on the copper foil. And she did win a roll of copper foil, so maybe she is doing copper foil.
But you do need to make sure that you're getting it from a stained glass site. So
yeah. Well, the plumbing
stained glass.
Yeah, yes. The plumbing stores don't sell 50-50 or 60-40 anymore because the plumbers are required to use 95.5. Most plumbers don't even use copper anymore. They use PEX. So
okay.
But anyway, that's my little tidbit of information.
You are just full of information.
No, that's what she says now.
You have got so much information. Okay, so I think Glass Chat's coming up, right?
I believe it is, Barb.
I think
and boy, have I got something cool for everybody tonight. They're just going to love it.
They've probably seen it because, they know a lot of things.
I know.
But this is new to us.
This is new to us because it came to us indirectly.
It did, and I used it today. And so we said, well, we'll show it. I used it on lead, but it's made for copper foil. Okay. Is that what we're showing?
That's what we're doing.
Okay.
So, hey, everybody, it's time for Glass Chat with Ed. And we do want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. So, y'all, the coolest thing, and this came to us indirectly, and it's called a smooth roller, okay? A smooth roller. Now, it's a combination of a FID, a foil pincher, both for 1/8-inch glass and thinner, like say maybe, antique glass. And it also has a roller. So it has burnishers and a roller. And you can do that up. Now I looked online, and these are running about, $10, $12 plus shipping. But I want you to know that the manufacturer of this tool is the same manufacturer of my beautiful lead nippers that I love.
Really?
Yes,
is it really?
It sure is. So
I can't believe it.
So you guys can order these. Amazon has them. They're about $10.
This is great for like cleaning your lead.
Oh, it's great for going around and getting the putty off your lead.
It's a great tool. And it's
I love it.
Feels good in your hand.
Well, that's what I noticed, Barb, while she was working with it today. She was just having fun. We're doing a bunch of little cabinet doors for a customer, and the sample was done this morning. So we just want him to come get them to his customer. Now, our glass tonight, everybody, this is a beautiful glass. And I'm going to share it with you. Can you see that?
Oh, I like that.
Okay, let me get that up.
There you go.
So this piece of glass, or this particular glass, is a Wismac, okay? It's a Wismac 87. It's a Wismac 87. If you need some beautiful crests to waves in a particular project, if you need some beautiful clouds, even if you need a sail on a sailboat, this is your glass. It's beautiful. It's easy to cut. And a 16 by 21 like this should run you about $39, which is relatively reasonable, I think.
I think so too. It's pretty too. And
it's a beautiful glass, and we're using it in that Pelican window.
Oh yes.
So we have a window that we're doing for a customer, and it's a Pelican skimming across the top of the water. It only does that one time, not twice, but we'll
or else it wouldn't be in the picture.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be in the picture. It'd be off the picture.
So what was that number again?
It's a W87.
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 Wismac 87.
A Wismac 87. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Ed.
Well, I hope that helps. I have different glasses, and I'm not going to show them to you unless I have the number on them. And I believe that these are too small to show you. You can't really see that. No, okay. This is a beautiful glass. It's a 35G. You just can't see it.
Okay. So do we have any more questions? Comments? Good things going? Christmas shopping, turkey shopping.
Did everybody get a turkey?
Those
of you that eat turkey for Thanksgiving? I sure hope so. Because, last Monday night when we came on, that morning, they were like, we're out of turkeys. Yeah, everybody's out of turkeys.
Said they were out of turkeys.
And,
but you know how they are. Yeah. It's always drama over there on CNN.
So
anyway.
Yeah. It's kind of like our good friend that used to write for WKRP in Cincinnati. They're the ones that threw the turkeys out of the helicopter. They didn't make it.
Love cutting Wismac. Yes.
Yes. Wismac glass is beautiful, and it's very easy to cut.
John Golden says you need to have a white shirt. A white shirt? Who,
a white
Mr.
shirt.
Streeter? Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it make him look younger?
No, if that's the case, I'm in. I had a white shirt on Saturday. Where were you?
You did. You had a white shirt.
I had a white shirt on Saturday,
he
John.
Really nice. He likes these bright colors. Okay. Mimi does not have her turkey yet. You better go online and order one now. Have it delivered to your house tonight.
We got ours long enough ago that we actually brought it to the shop and put it in the freezer here. So.
Yeah. Turkeys from the copter. Yeah. They're not. That was crazy, right? I used to work at a radio station and we never did that, but we did some crazy things. Anything for publicity.
Yeah.
Ray has turkeys and pumpkin pies. Karen has what'd she say? I missed.
I'm sure Denver's frying one, right?
She's got 2 turkeys and a ham.
Girl. We'll be up that way for Christmas, Karen.
Yeah, we'll be in Pack-a-Lay. Oh, he said a white shirt so that you could see when you were showing that piece of glass right there.
I have a book that I put right here, but I don't even know that this one would show
it. Or show it on a light box.
Yeah.
You guys are so smart.
Yeah, show it on a light box. Then Barb has to get up, or I have to get up.
I don't mind getting up.
And we have to move
I don't mind getting up. I'll do it if you want me to.
So this is a Kokomo 35, and I actually have a project that I need some of this. So if anybody out there in YouTube land knows where some Kokomo 35 is, give me a holler.
John went to a Christmas craft show locally, and there was no stained glass there.
Oh, wow.
Well, that sounds like a perfect place for you then.
That's an opportunity for you, John.
That's an opportunity, but if that's what you do.
Yeah, that's an opportunity for someone.
That's a good idea, Cynthia. I'll bring the light box in next time we have small, or I don't mind going in there and getting that.
No, we can walk in. They can walk in with us. To the light box?
I don't think they want to go through all
They don't want
to. I'll be shaking all over. Let me go get the. You don't need it? Okay.
No, we're done with that.
Next time I'll have.
Yeah, if I have
He said
small
I can't
pieces
count.
out of the sample box to show y'all, then yeah, we'll turn out
Thank
the
you
lights.
for that idea.
And
He won't let me go.
we will use a light box.
Okay, Joey wants to know if you have to install zinc around a window panel before framing it with oak wood.
Absolutely not. Put lead around it and let it ride. Just make sure that your groove in your wood is at least 3/8 of an inch deep, or a half inch is better, I think.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, you don't have to spend the money on the zinc. Just use a 3/8 lead, a flat lead rather than a round lead, and you should be fine.
Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Oh, Karen, thank you. The light on our cell phone behind the glass.
Hey, Siri, turn on my light.
I got another good one for you.
It looks like you haven't set up any HomeKit accessories.
Does she annoy you too? Because she annoys me like nobody's business. That's a great idea. If Barbara has hers, she turns on her torch.
Turn. Hey, Siri, turn on my torch.
Okay, I've turned torch on.
So here's your torch. Can you see that?
It's a little bit bright.
It's a little bit bright. There we go. Anyway, these are just samples that come in the sample box. They are 1 3/4 by 2.5, and that's just how there are. And there's 500 of them in the box. But we'll figure out a way if I start showing you samples out of the box, we'll figure out a way to make it so that you can see it.
Okay, this is a good one. How do you attach a star stained glass Christmas tree topper to the top of a tree?
All right, well, the first thing you need is a round piece of copper tubing that's about a 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch in diameter. And that will go either in the center of your tree topper.
Oh, like this.
You
Spiral
put your
it?
tree topper around, and then you put that copper tube right over the top of the tree.
So you would spiral it
can-
inside of your
You
tree
can
topper?
do whatever you want.
Oh,
You can make that copper tube though that slides over the center of the tree. You attach your work to that, and then you have a 360-degree tree topper, and you have that tube, that copper tube.
so this is a star stained glass. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you attach the star to the top of a copper diameter tube, attach it so that it can't come off, and slide it right over the top of the tree. You have to have some sort of a base. You just can't Willy McNilly it. Yeah. So you have to have a base, and then your star can be either put on
Duct
top
tape.
of it. Yeah, duct tape. Yeah, I got
Duct
you.
tape solves it.
200-mile-an-hour tape will hold it together. No, but you need some sort of if you're going to do it, you need some sort of an armature to attach it to the tree. That's all. I would suggest that it's going to take a little bit of R&D to make it look right. But if you do it and do it right, you won't be able to keep them in stock. You'll sell them.
Yeah. You make them pretty out of iridescent glass.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And little copper, and just a copper. Just
And
use
copper
6 inches of copper tubing. It's not going to cost that much money. You know what? The more you spend on your project, the more you can charge, the more money you make. Go figure. How about that? Right?
Yeah. I mean,
If you spend $50 on that star, you're going to sell it for a lot more than that, at least 100. You know, and if y'all, because you do this as a hobby, and some of you do it for a living, we all know you really don't get paid by the hour for your stained glass work. I can tell you that.
but I mean, people pay.
Well, they will. They'll pay for it if it looks good and it'll stay together.
Yes.
So take the time, do a little bit of R&D, and make it so that all they have to do is slide that right over the top of their tree.
Yes, John, all the art glass has a number. I don't know if that was a question or you were answering someone else, but
Yeah, all the art glass has a number. It has the letter of the manufacturer in front of it, and then it has a number, and then it'll have a letter or letters that represent whatever the texture is. So let's say we have a Wismac 100 H G, H. So that's a clear hammered Wismac glass. If we have a blue, let's just say we have a Wismac 61 blue, but it's a DR, and that means it's a double roll. Wismac is the only manufacturer that offers 12 or 15 different patterns in all of their transparent glasses. That's awesome, right?
yes.
Plus, they offer granite in their opalescent glasses.
Right.
Yeah. So
Karen asked what were some of our first Christmas projects. I remember one Christmas project vividly, and I'm sure it's the same one you remember.
it is, and her mom only has the only one that made it.
One year we had the bright idea that we were going to do, well, we first learned how to fuse. So we bought, 2 cases of glass?
Spectrum glass, 2 cases of spectrum.
We knew
glass.
nothing about fusing. We saw pictures. We didn't study it. We didn't know you even had to be fusing compatible. We didn't know that. So we made all these angels, loaded up the kiln, brand new kiln, big kiln, and we fused them. You're going to show them the picture? This was the before picture of what they look like. They were pretty. They were about this big.
They were 16 inches tall.
Yeah, and they were all
But they kind of look like that.
They kind of look like that. Oh, you can't see it.
Can't really see it.
Okay. But anyway, it was about this big. It had wings. And
it was fused, and then we copper foiled it together, right? And it was on a round mirror base.
Yeah, well, we made a thing in the back to attach a stand with. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we copper foiled it together.
Right,
yes.
because it was a 3-sided angel.
Yes.
And she stood up on the 2 sides, and then we put a book in her hand that she was singing. We had a head that was fused.
No, I'm talking about the fused angels we did.
Yeah, they all ended up with a bubble in their belly.
The bottom was it was one piece. So anyway, we put one piece in the bottom. That is what we did after we made all the angels pregnant.
Yeah.
So we opened up the kiln, and there was a big bubble in the belly of all the angels. They were all pregnant.
They were all pregnant angels. Every one of them.
Every one of them.
And we
we had to redo.
But you know what, y'all? That month we learned a lot about fusing, and this was before there were like maybe one. There was definitely one fusing book out. I don't even think there was 2, but there was definitely one.
Yes, it was way before YouTube. It was about,
oh my gosh.
How many years before YouTube?
Almost
20.
30.
Well, when did YouTube come out? In the 90s? I don't know. Anyway, this was back in.
It was in the 80s when we were doing it.
Yeah.
So.
We were kids.
And we bought our first kiln, and the truck driver pulled up and threw the door open and took it and said, "Oh, I got it." And he dropped it right on the ground.
Yeah, our first kiln.
Our first kiln, he dropped it right on the ground.
With a crack in it. And we had that kiln for many, many years. It
Over
always
25
had a crack
years.
in it. Had a crack in the lid or the bottom?
In the lid.
It was just a little one. And so it lasted for years and years. It got flooded, and it fired back up once we let it dry. And we moved it probably 5 times. And eventually we sold it at a really, good price to a friend of ours who was melting bottles.
Who still has it, probably.
I think she still has it.
Yeah,
or someone has it. And it still runs as far as I know.
Wine bottle cheese trays. That's a lot of work for a little bit of nothing.
Yeah. So that's the angels. My mother has one, and it's just not pregnant. It's just slightly.
It's
bulgy.
one of my mother might have one too, but I'm gonna tell you what, if they do, that's the only two that are out there.
Yeah.
But we learned a lot about fusing.
The
Yeah.
hard way. We
Yeah.
wasted money.
Yeah.
Okay, YouTube came out in 2005, February 14th, 2005.
Okay, so it was
Wow.
like 30 years. No, 20, 25 years before YouTube that we were doing that.
I know our son wanted us to start a YouTube channel about 10 years ago. Really wanted us to start one
Really?
about 5 years ago.
Right.
We're like, oh no, we can't do that. We don't know how to do that. We have no idea how to do it.
We don't even know.
We don't even know. And here we are, and we love it. And
Yeah.
we love you guys, and we want to thank you guys. We've been getting a lot of views.
Well, that's the only reason we're here.
We've been getting a lot of subscribers. We had some weird things happen and kind of affected our views for a while. They told us we had a copyright on some music. Turns out,
yeah.
so I worried about it for 2 weeks. I took some videos down. I did some things, and then all of a sudden, we found out that they were wrong. That we did have our license and everything, but
Well, we had the right license for that particular music. You
for
know,
that music. So
all the music that we play on our videos, y'all, we buy the license for that, or we own the license for it. One or the other.
So that new video that we're doing, we haven't come up with the music yet. So Ed's got to help with that because I can't put the music in without his okay. But the next video that comes out Wednesday, of course, will be about stained glass, and it'll be about the cabinet door, the little cabinet door that we're just going to show
start
you
to
the
finish.
process, start to finish. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then we'll also putting out a video this week about blowing glass, and the title of it will be "Old People Blowing Glass."
Can you imagine? She comes
or
up with this
old
stuff.
people blow glass? Because I thought that might be fun because they might see the first part of it, like old people blow glass. So share it with your friends. I mean, the video is not humorous at all. It's really us.
No, it's
blowing
really us
glass.
blowing glass.
But I didn't want to lead people astray and think they were seeing a really, hardcore glass
No.
blowing video like all those young guys and everything.
Oh yeah.
But I did some.
Well, even the
research.
old guys have the young guys do it for them. So whatever.
Yeah, I did research, and there's no one on online, probably for good reason.
No old
Our
people.
age, no old people blowing glass. So maybe somebody would be interested in it and think it's funny. Seasoned folks.
Yeah, we're
Thanks, Karen.
we actually, Barbara and I and Karen, you in Denver have seen our glass blowing studio. So, but yeah, we blow glass. We do two things with it. Number one, first and foremost, is it's our outlet. We love going back in the glass blowing studio.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is we make a fairly decent living during the holidays, making Christmas balls, and we make them in all different colors, and we ship them all over the country. So inventory is going back up tonight. And, one of our most popular ornaments from Saturday was this Christmas wreath ornament.
Yeah, I just put some back
We
into
just put some back in inventory.
Yeah, and then the other one sold out. The
Yeah.
Tropical Sea sold out, but I put some in inventory.
So this is the
and they're back
Tropical
in.
Sea.
You can't see it. You have to go online to see it, guys.
Oh, I can't see it.
You
Yeah.
got to go online.
You'll have to go online to see it. Y'all, we've worked with these colors for a long time
Just
to
go
get
there.
the right colors. And we got them. We've got the colors that will make you smile year after year. And actually, you know what? Some of our customers don't even put them away.
So, yeah, some people leave them out all the time. And people send us pictures all the time of all the ornaments that they've done over the years. We're not doing that now, but we still get a lot of photos of prior years' Christmas and them making ornaments and stuff like that. But what we're trying to do is build our business, just like you guys are maybe trying to build your business. we're trying to take our business in a new direction. Our
Oh.
goal is to do the blown glass for commissions and public art, and do the ornaments and YouTube and the stained glass, and that's all. And
Yeah.
and have a private studio, but still continue to be on YouTube and connect with you guys. And
Well, and still be able to connect with the public, but we're
Mhm.
connecting differently. We're connecting with the public through our public art, and it's like this this project that we're doing that opens on the 19th at the South Carolina Aquarium.
yeah,
Man, I cannot wait to get down there and get some photographs of this project.
yeah.
They'll be going on our website, of course, under our public art page.
Yeah. As soon
'Cause
as
that's
the
what
show-
we do, y'all.
Yeah, as soon as the show goes is over, we'll share those pictures on our website for you that live far away. But we don't want to show them now because we don't want to take away the
From the locals
excitement
trying
of
to go to it.
going, because
Yeah.
you have to see it in person if you can. But we'll share those photos, and we'll share a few of the real up close photos in the glass blowing studio.
Oh yeah, we sure will,
That's
because
coming
we've got some really good. We've got some really good close-up footage of Barb and I blowing glass, and yeah, you see us video and us making ornaments, and but this is something that makes us happy, and believe
And
it
he's
or
got
not,
ornaments right there.
I've got a
'Cause they
whole
can't
tray
see what
full
you
of
got.
ornaments. I know you can't see them, but I can do this for you.
Let me
You got a whole tray full of ornaments right
Can you
there.
see them?
And these are all, this is 4, 8, 12. This is 16 of our different ornaments that we keep in inventory.
Yeah, we've got a lot more than that, but
Those are 16 of our most popular ornaments. So.
I think our goal was to have 50 ornaments online that people continue to buy.
Right.
So we're
That we
building
make.
up to that.
That we make. Yeah, we probably have close to 30 now, but
It takes a while to build your business.
well, it takes a while not only to build your business, but it takes a while to get the right colors that people like.
So I spent was it yesterday morning or was it, or last night, planning for the next 5 years, because we had a 5-year plan. And then now it's changed, and everything's changed, and everything's going good. And looks like we have, hopefully things in place to move forward, even bigger dreams. Wow.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, Ned Log, I hope when you tuned in tonight that we were able to help you out with that lamp and at least get you some guidance going on to your supplier, and hopefully he can get you that glass and you can get that lamp cut.
Yeah.
It's not going to be an inexpensive process, I'm sure, because you got shipping and everything. So.
Yeah, but you have to weigh, see.
Well, sometimes
it is.
Sometimes it's just sentimental value.
Yeah.
And
But with the picture you sent, that base really looks nice. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw the base. That looks good. I like it.
So that lamp is kind of old, the way the fixture was at the top as well.
Well,
It
I
had
think
the
that's one of the yeah.
kind of like the brass lamp we have at home.
Yeah. It's a what do they call that?
I can't remember.
It's made of not an aluminum, but like a pot metal type thing. It's really, you can't solder it, that's for sure. So don't break the little pins off in the back that hold the glass in. Be real careful with that. If you do break it, it can be brazed, but that's it. The brazing rod gets hot enough to pull it down.
Karen has a way with words.
Does she?
Yes, she does. Cool as cheese grits. And what was the other one she was saying?
Cool as cheese grits.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, cheese grits are really good with shrimp
And grits.
and grit.
Shrimp and grits.
What? I make you the best shrimp and grits, y'all.
He does.
Award winning.
Do we have any more questions?
So shoot us another question, guys. And we'll see if we
give us
can't
another
get you
question.
we'll see if we can't get you an answer. We did something really cool yesterday as we cooked dinner for tonight yesterday.
Yeah, we cooked.
So it's not like we're starving Marvin, because we knew that we had to do the final of delivery to the Live Oak project today. And part of that was a 45-mile drive.
And it wasn't the window.
And it wasn't the window.
The window doesn't go in now until January.
Till January.
It's supposed to go in November. And they have an installation in the gallery that they want to finish up, and they don't want us to interfere with that, which I understand. So that's going in January, but we're doing an educational
project
exhibit.
Exhibit.
And they're using our photos in a film type thing.
Pattern. They're making this giant, I don't know. I can't wait to see it next weekend, because we go down to do the final install on Sunday of next weekend.
Okay, Joey wants to know, can copper foil projects last longer than lead projects since there is no putty to wear out?
I don't know, but here's the deal. Tiffany's windows are copper
window.
foiled and well-built windows, and they are still around.
A well-built window will
Yeah,
last.
a well-built window and a well
Either way.
reinforced window will stand the test of time for sure.
Mhm.
And if you ever get down to Winter Park, Florida, that's the country's largest collection of Tiffany work. And the other largest collection of Tiffany windows are owned by the Japanese. So if you get to Japan, you can probably check that out as well.
John said his lamp got broke cleaning his house.
Okay.
Yeah, I had someone in what? What you looking for?
They wanted you to. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, Joey, you can. Tiffany windows are made out of copper foil, and
Call me Ned Long.
Yeah,
Ned Lock. I'm sorry.
I tried to explain it to her.
He was whispering in my ear.
Try to explain it to her, Ned Long.
It's my bad ear.
Oh, huh?
You can't hear.
What?
Okay. Okay, Ned. I had house cleaners in my house. I haven't had my house cleaned by professionals in years and years and years. But I finally broke down and had them come in, and they came in and broke 3 things in my house. I'll never have them come back in again.
No, that was.
But it happens to the best of us.
That was a joke, man.
If you're a glass person, things are going to break.
I was glad that they didn't open the 2 cabinets where the real glass is.
Those
and think they could dust
shut.
it. We shut them, and they didn't open them.
Thank God.
Thank goodness.
They can't afford to break that.
Yeah.
Even though they do have insurance.
Oh yeah, that's all their supervisor said was, "We got lots of insurance. Don't worry about it. We got insurance." Well, if I had employees that all they wanted to do was use my insurance, they'd be using it for somebody else, not with Conway Glass. That's for sure.
Okay, so Karen, see? I'll do that. That makes it easier. Okay. Karen wants to know what size you should do lead, like your Live Oak project is all lead instead of foil. So what are the parameters for between copper foil and lead?
Well, the size of your pieces, the number of pieces. So in the Live Oak project, we used 3/16 round H. That's because each one of those windows had several hundred pieces of glass in it. They were all small. They were all very curvy. And you just have to use a smaller lead. And we wanted to keep the weight down as well. Now, those windows for the Live Oak project, they still weigh about 40 pounds a piece, 35 pounds a piece. And if we'd have used, say, 1/4 inch lead, the window would have been too big. It would have looked bulky, don't you think, Warren? You can use the wrong lead and the window can look just like it was put together incorrectly. So use small lead, use 3/8 lead on the outside perimeter, if you can, and just take your time. And I prefer to use small lead, but what small lead does is it keeps your cutting in check. Because if you can't cut the glass, you can't use small lead because you can't hide the bad spots. So think about it. Right?
Think about it. Here's
Glass
another
cutting
one.
skills are imperative.
Okay. When you fired your birds, what was the temperature and how long did you fire them?
We went from room temperature, which was typically around 85 degrees, up to 1250 degrees. And we let it soak for 1 minute and it shut itself off. Boom, done. From room temperature to 1250 degrees, it took 43 minutes. We just let it run up. But keep in mind, our elements are 18 inches away from the floor of the kiln that we use. So we can take it up pretty quick because it adjusts quite rapidly, actually. So room temperature to 1250, soak for 1 minute, 43 minutes total, start to finish.
Yeah, it's great. I mean,
we could do 2 firings a day if we stayed here for 16 hours.
It heats up and then it just cools down and then you just wait and then you're ready to go again.
Then you're ready to go again. So that's the way we have ours. I'm not telling you to set up everybody's kiln is different. Everybody lives at a different altitude or sea level. Okay. We're only about 15 feet above sea level where we are here in Conway, I think. We're not very far, and we're definitely not very far from river level. And
what are you talking about? I'm sorry.
How kilns and glass acts differently in different climate.
So test your kiln.
Yeah, test your kiln out. Do your test. Do your compatibility test on your bars. All the simple stuff, y'all. It's simple stuff.
Mel said you varied your lead width for some of the more textured glass. But tell them about the lead.
What I did, though, Mel, and thank you for bringing that up, because not only do you vary your widths of lead, but my suggestion so that you can use textured glasses is to use what's called either the number 2 lead or the high heart, what's called a high heart, which that's the height of the lead are all the same, but the high heart, the width in the heart itself will allow you to use up to 3/16 glass. And that sometimes when you're using textured glass makes all the difference in the world. Thanks for mentioning that, Mel. It's greatly appreciated.
And when are we doing more glue chip? Let's do some glue chip.
Whenever I get a couple hours free. How about that, y'all?
We're ready. We have everything ready, but
right now we're filling up inventory again because the inventory just sold online that we had.
Yeah.
So
we're just like crazy.
It's there. You can purchase it, and when it gets to you, it'll probably still be hot.
What, our ornaments?
Our ornaments.
Yeah.
They're baked fresh every day, y'all.
List. We have 2 videos coming. We got a lot of videos coming.
We do.
Out.
We got some videos coming up, but the glue chip is a Saturday.
And then the circle that Ed promises that he's going to do for us, and I challenge him to that.
I'm going to order my compressed air, and I'm going to order my slingshot. And we're going to make a circle out of it.
That's what Ned wanted to know.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Oops. We answered that one. I don't know.
But now keep in mind, if you want to try glue chipping at your house, the directions are online, and we have the glue chipping glue. $24.99, including shipping. We'll send it out to you right away.
And they need the video to go along with it. That's what we should do. We should have the glue chip right there and have the video to go along with it when we next one. Right?
Yep. Yeah, so we could probably do the glue chipping while we're waiting on the equipment to heat up, because the glue has to cook for 1 hour at no more than 140 degrees. So It's a very, very long industrial process, but it really does work, and it's beautiful when it's finished.
It is. It really is. So, do we have another question?
I know I say that, but I've seen it, so it is beautiful when you do it
Yeah,
yourself.
the glue chip is cool, and it's perfect weather now for it, so we should do it.
Yeah, the humidity will actually ruin your glue chip. The humidity will ruin the glue itself, unless you're using it to put on wood. Yeah, it rained for 3 days after we chipped.
So we were doomed.
Yeah, it was like, why?
Why did we? So you do things,
and then it's
what
hindsight.
YouTube does to you.
It's
Any other
hindsight,
time, nobody
right?
would know you had a big fail, but for that, we failed on that.
We did, and you
we
know
did
what?
it right, but we still failed
And you know what?
because of the weather.
It's okay.
It's the weather. We'll blame it on the weather.
It's okay. No, it's okay to fail every now and then.
Yeah.
You know what? You get up, you brush yourself off, and you go on about your business and do it again. Except this time you don't fail in that way.
We've really been under a lot of pressure. We took on that extra thing for Brookgreen because, well, we couldn't turn it down. I mean, there's 70,000 visitors visit Brookgreen every year.
No. For the 4 weeks.
For the 4 weeks.
During Nights of 1,000 Candles, there's 70,000 people that see our work, y'all.
So
can't pay for that.
So we had to do it. So we've been really under a lot of pressure to get that together and everything else. And
you don't say
and
no.
I was very nervous because promising to get all those photos together, 150 of them to kind of describe the project. And I was nervous about it. I said I'd do it, and it all came together so much easier than we thought it was. Well, it took us a little longer.
And it is a little nerve-wracking knowing that for basically 12 nights, 8,000 people are going to see your work.
And then the aquarium. Too.
So and I don't even know what the logistics are at the aquarium or the demographics or anything.
Well,
but
we'll find out.
out.
Karen wants to know how our puppy is doing. She's doing good.
She's doing good.
She sleeps a lot. She's so precious.
She sleeps a lot, and but she's going on vacation in January, and she don't know it yet. So she better hang in there.
She's getting a bath next week.
She's getting a bath on Saturday or Sunday.
This week on Saturday.
This weekend, yeah. Because guess what, y'all? The grandkids are coming. Are we excited?
Hopefully,
or what?
She'll stay clean for a couple days.
Yeah.
But you know how that is. You give them a bath, and they have to go
do something silly.
Roll around in the rabbit.
We have lots of rabbits still. We have alligators.
She's doing great. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, we love her.
Any other news? Any other news that you would like to share?
No, I'm just
look for that video.
Yeah, look for the video Wednesday at 8:00.
Yeah, Wednesday at 8. The stained glass cabinet. It's a cabinet door. We'll show you how we do that.
And that'll be start to finish from the.
These are great. This is
It's a great project,
and it's good for if you.
Even if you're existing cabinet doors, you can pop that panel right out, no problem.
Yeah, and if you're in the stained glass business and you have your own studio, contact these cabinet companies because cabinet door glasses are.
Usually quite
you can
simple.
almost do them production in your studio.
Right.
They're very simple.
The only thing that slows you down is the different size cabinet doors because usually the patterns are all the same and you have to accommodate that pattern for that particular door. So
our puppy's name is Dixie. Mel wants to know how your hip is.
It's doing a little bit better. The shot worked on that. And now I've gotten over the pulled muscle from physical therapy. I'm not going back to physical therapy. You're not supposed to hurt worse when you leave than you did when you got there. So anyway,
tell him why that happened.
Well, he had my knee going fine and he was working on my knee. And all of a sudden he switched to the hip, and he wasn't supposed to be fooling with it, and it just didn't.
I don't think he was working on your hip.
Anyway,
honey.
I pulled the big muscle that goes over top of your femur. When they wrap around your femur and they cross like that, I pulled that muscle on the inside, which technically is my groin muscle. You know what? It doesn't heal by itself. You have to relax. And I was a real trooper because we actually made all the glass for the South Carolina Aquarium with a pulled groin muscle. So
He was pitiful, actually, but he feels much better.
I do, and thanks for asking, Melanie.
He begged the doctors for some kind of, first just for what is it?
Just for
Anti-inflammatory.
Anti-meloxicam, something easy.
And then when he asked for the other, what is the other one? I don't know.
Anyway, they act like you're a bunch of drug addicts.
But anyway, he's not pain free, but he's better. Yeah, the PT guy was working on his knee. He didn't have orders to work on the hip, but what he was doing to his knee was hurting his hip.
Affecting my hip.
Was affecting his hip. So it was the wrong thing to do. He goes to the doctor in December. I get to go to the doctor this Friday to my new orthopedic doctor.
Yeah.
And
maybe they'll give us the same room.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it, but we'll see. How bad was the shot in the hip? They want me to get shots in both of my knees. I am going,
the knee's easy if your doctor knows what he's doing.
It helped his knee.
It helped my knee tremendously. Like by the time I got to the car, I was feeling good.
His knee, yeah. But it didn't feel good. So you just have to,
they spray it.
Bear it.
Yeah, they spray it with like a really high-tech lidocaine, and then they rub it, put what's that, betadine on top of it, and then they stick a needle about 3 inches long behind your kneecap and squeeze some stuff in there, and it does work. It works for mine's been about 5 months, and I'm ready for another one. So that's the plan. I'm calling the doctor, and I'm going to get my anti-inflammatory and get another shot in my knee. And
the anti-inflammatory is meloxicam, and that's what I take too for my back. And what's the other thing? Tramadol.
Tramadol.
God, you think you were taking cocaine or something? I don't know, but and I read that you might get addicted to tramadol because you get addicted to not being in pain. So
right, and then the other thing is tramadol. If you take 2 of them, these are 50 milligrams. If you take 2 of them, it'll tell you right on the bottle. You'll stop breathing. That's a good way not to take 2.
Yeah, and don't drink alcohol.
And don't drink alcohol because it'll ruin you.
Okay, so Ned Log wants to know if we're ever going to retire. That is a good question.
We were just talking about that. When we retire, Ned, we need to be able to.
That's not retiring.
No, when we do retire, we don't want to have any bills. So we started that process last week, and we got 5 years to finish it.
We have a 5-year process to be debt free, have both houses paid off.
Well, we just paid off one house.
We just paid off one house.
So it's kind of like Monopoly. Now we're shooting for the other house. We'll never get a hotel, though. I promise you that.
Oh, and your dog is on tramadol? Oh, okay.
Really?
And meloxicam? Wow.
I'm not sure what Dixie's on, but Dixie is on what's it called? It's not Prancer. What is it?
I can't. Galliprant.
Galliprant, and then a little white pill that the doctor put in a blue bottle that just says pain.
That could be tramadol.
I don't know if it is. Yeah, I'm friends with the vet too. Most of Dixie's prescriptions we do go to Walgreens to get, so go figure.
No, you don't. He gets them from the vet.
I get them from the vet.
That's dog medicine.
We're good friends. No, he does send people with a prescription to Walgreens.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
he writes prescriptions.
You know people. Thank you.
Thanks for asking about Dixie.
Mel said, congratulations on the mortgage. Are we ever going to retire? You know, I was thinking what a good goal would be to be the oldest people on YouTube. That's my on my bucket list.
Oh, there's a few old ones out there now, though.
There's one person that was on YouTube until they were 105 years old, and I think they still have videos.
Well, I would hope that they would.
And then, you know, the two ladies that were sisters that were of YouTube fame. Do you remember the two ladies that were sisters? They were elderly. They were in their 90s. They were in England. Yeah. Well, that's, you know. Oh, it's cheaper at the pharmacies, Ed.
Okay.
Thank you. I bet he wants to sell it to you.
Yeah, because
that's why the other people are going to the
those
pharmacy.
Percocets or whatever he gives Dixie are $82 a month.
Whoa.
So
Betty got glass.
So
I think this is the first time we've talked to you, Betty.
Well, hey, welcome to the ARTyRV channel, Betty. Good to have you aboard tonight. So yeah, we're we eventually we will retire, but I don't think we'll ever fully retire. You know, we've spent this is our 27th year blowing glass, and we've always how do you put it? We've always had to have the public involved in our glass blowing studio in order to make it work. And we would share our classes with the public and everything. And now since the COVID, things have changed up quite a bit for us. And
we were forced to make that change.
We were forced to make it that we can't share the glass blowing with the public any longer. Well, that we feel comfortable with.
Well,
it's not that we can't. We don't feel comfortable.
What happened is we set up these classes, and we're talking hundreds and hundreds of people taking classes, and we set up the classes. When the COVID came, we had thousands of dollars we had to refund because people had booked classes months in advance.
Yeah, it was like almost to the tune of tens of thousands of dollars.
That business was so good that we had people flying in from New York, California, wherever, come into the airport, get off the plane, come blow glass, and then take their vacation. Or sometime during their vacation, they would plan on coming to blow glass. We had to refund all those people.
And it was really disheartening because now the COVID hit, we didn't have any work, and all of a sudden we're out of money too because we had to refund everything. It was like, wow, what the girl's going on here?
So now I don't know if we thought about taking reservations again, but then, you know, when things started going south again, we were glad we didn't because we would have had to cancel. So now things are good, and we've set our business in a totally different direction.
Well, we didn't have any choice, and
we sat down and did the math, and we realized that we weren't really profiting from a lot of what we were doing.
We were doing this with cash flow. That's all we were doing. We're just rolling it around.
Thanks to the stimulus money, we had the time we would have gone out of business basically, but we had the time to reevaluate our business and say, how can we make this not ever happen again? How, you know, you can't predict the future, but how can we make ourselves a little bit safer and have revenue streams coming in
a little more solvent
that aren't so dependent on
the public,
on bringing the public in. So that's what we've done.
Well, we had to.
So,
and we did it, and it seems to be working. And I'm going to
keep our fingers crossed.
I'm going to take a second because there's a lot of you here tonight, and there's a lot of you be watching this video. I personally, on behalf of Barbara and I, want to thank you, America, for the stimulus money.
Yes.
That was your money that went out to all of us businesses that needed it. And if it hadn't have been for that, America, we wouldn't be here. Thank you again. And that is from the heart. Thank you.
Make me cry.
Me too. Anyway, boom.
What is your next big project?
Woo.
Whoa.
Well,
Ned, thank you. I don't know. We do.
We do know. What?
We do know.
Well, after Thanksgiving, we're going to a little town called Elizabethtown, North Carolina, or what they call E-Town. And we're picking up a stained glass window that's approximately 3 foot by 6 foot. And it needs to be completely redone because somebody threw some bricks through it. Now, I hope they didn't think nobody was watching, because they were. Anytime you mess up in church, you know somebody's watching. So anyway, we're picking that window up. What's the next window coming up on the table, though? Another church that somebody else threw something through. Anyway, it's coming up. We've got the glass, so we'll be doing videos on that. We're bringing it up. We're bringing it up front tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Because we have a table cleaned off.
That's future. That's future.
That's
videos.
future.
And well, we've had a lot of people join us tonight.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
We want to say thank you to everyone. And if you want to ask any more questions, go ahead right now, because we're going to be headed home.
And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. Give us a thumbs up if we warrant it.
Or not.
Or not.
Just subscribe anyway. Right?
Yeah, subscribe. Well, not subscribe anyway. No,
join
but
us every
please
Monday night.
join us every Monday night at 7 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
And Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Now that things are rolling good, as far as our signal,
yes,
you may see us a
thank
little
goodness.
more.
Yeah, we'll pop in and out more often.
Because we love you guys. We love talking to you. And we want you to know that we're here for you.
Whoop,
And it
one
is.
more comment.
Sure.
Oh, thank you, Melanie. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate the kind words and the good thoughts. And we,
Yeah, because when you're talking about being classes and stuff, you know, when we left here last night, when we came back here last night at 6 o'clock, I looked at Barbara and I said, you know, we would just be getting here to have a glass blowing party at 7 o'clock that would last 3 hours. So we come in at 6, come back at 6 after grabbing a bite to eat, get the studio all ready, prepped, get all the equipment running on, and put on that happy face for 3 hours. Last night we came in, I had to grab the dog's food and take a photograph of something and grab a couple other things, and we were back out the door and on our way home. So it was pretty nice.
Stained glass lungs are really in right now. What is that all about? I have no idea.
Stained glass lungs. You mean you're talking about like the lung with the bronchial down the middle of them and everything, or what? I don't know. Interesting.
Okay. I'm not sure what the question is there. Smaller things that make money. Okay.
Right.
Google lung patterns. Okay, we will, Betty.
We will.
You guys, there's another idea. I'm not sure why that would be catching on, but
yeah,
you know, if it's a trend.
And as far as like Christmas ornaments for us, our customer base is you, America, and this is what we produce for you as far as a Christmas ornament for you, America.
Okay, so
and we make mushrooms too, and they're coming up after the first of the year.
Oh yeah, they'll be on the website. Oh, they're adorable. We
They're
made them
adorable.
for the aquarium. They're precious.
Yeah, the aquarium was like, I can't believe you made these
and
for us.
They're kind of glowy, so
yeah, they're beautiful.
Good. Yeah,
they're absolutely beautiful, y'all.
Okay, so maybe we should say goodnight to these guys.
Well, and hey, you know what? We can video the mushrooms being made, and then Ned can see you working.
I do work, Ned. I think
she's the STEM meister.
I think the glass blowing video.
We work together. Yeah, we work together on just about
everything.
everything.
In the glass blowing.
We are a team.
And I'm getting ready to do some repairs. So
yeah. So we're
going
to set up
him up. He does all the hard work. I do all the easy ones.
We just get it set up. Hey, you know what? If it's laying around, it's not making you money. Get it done and get it out of here. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm not doing that to you. You know better than that.
Okay. All right.
So we may go have some gorgonzola chicken tonight, y'all.
We got dinner.
I know. I made chili at home, but I don't know. We'll
Okay.
see.
We've been on long enough. These people need to go.
Get
They
some
have
dinner.
a life.
Get some dinner.
Okay.
And Karen, tell Denver I said hi. Looking forward to seeing y'all hopefully during the holidays. We'll be up that way for 1 week. So maybe we can make some time.
Okay. I think we're getting ready to go.
Okay,
We're
everybody.
leaving. All
Don't-
right.
Don't forget about tonight's tool. This is awesome.
All right. You guys have a nice evening. We're leaving.
We're
We're
leaving.
gonna
Good
go-
night, everybody.
Thank you.